What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Wixo series, and this is episode 13 of the Wixo, and in this episode we will be seeing.
In today's video, we will be seeing the French part of the English team gaining independence and the collapse of the Baltic Union.
So here we see the independence of this nation, the Seafoam Green French team. This Seafoam Green French team is going to want to unify with the original Northern French team over here, but they're not going to do that yet, but they are going to begin integration. So here we're going to see the collapse of the Balkan Union. So this Crimean country declared independence from the Balkan Union for cultural differences and oppression. So here we're going to see the new independent Crimea start pushing into the Balkan Union. And they aren't really going to get far. They're going to try to make a spearhead to cut off this little area over here, but they're not going to be able to do that. So they're going to get pushed back by the Balkan Union heavily, splitting off their territory here, cutting it off from the coast and not exclaving it, but controlling it all, pushing back over here until they push back to the border, and then they're going to start an invasion. They're going to start a push, creeping down this side of their coast, slowly cutting them off, and then they're going to go to the other side to capture their one major city, and then they're going to win this war. Nothing really is going to change for them until a lot more countries start getting their independence. So we see the creation of this new light blue country and then the orange country being brought back. So here we're going to see a push from the light blue country into Balkan Union territory, trying to just reach forth and grab up major cities while they can, kind of creeping on their border between the Greek country to try to get aid from them, because the Greek country don't really agree with the Balkan Union that much anymore. They've been really distant, but other than that, they're just going to push here. So this orange country is going to do the same thing, slowly solidifying a front line nearby. Not fully though, but they are going to push down towards a major city, capture this, and then they're just going to completely just decentralize this whole Crimean area. And then, with a rare case of a rebellion spearhead being this large, closing off all these troops over here. And then here we're going to see the bringing back of the Crimean team. So this Crimean team declared independence again, and then they're going to just push into here, and everybody here is going to capitulate to them. And then they're just going to leave the war happy with their gains. And then this orange country is going to push in, and the Balkan Union's just going to get their head out of the hole that they dug themselves in, and just begin to slowly push back every bit of land that the orange team pushed in. They're fine with the Crimean team getting their independence now. They're going to push back spearheads and get their major cities back through people actually fighting off these rebellions. Then they're going to get this major city back, and then we see not really a big push yet. They're just trying to mobilize all their troops, just get everything moving. They're not going to fight the Crimeans. They're just going to try to move in. And then they're going to start an invasion of this light blue team, taking back one of their capitals, pushing over here. And they're actually going to try encircling all of their troops that are captured here, trying to save as many as they can, pushing into here. Both liberating land and taking it. So they're going to just go from the back and take their land and closing on it. And they're really going to be pushed back. And then here we see in the orange team just to push in, taking a major city through a oddly shaped spearhead. But they're going to push back land over here, take a major city from a spearhead. And the Crimean team's just going to leave them alone. They don't really want to be in a conflict, so they're just going to push up against their border so the Crimeans can't aid the orange team. And they're just going to push in, slowly solidifying a decent front line with more conventional warfare being used. And this is going to be it for their push until the Greek team joins in. Now, what we're going to see with the Greek team is they're going to make a huge push in. Massive push. Just taking major cities, moving in, slowly moving up towards this major city, moving up over here, just moving super fast because the Balkan team did not realize that they were going to be pushed back this badly. So they're just going to move in, spearheading so much through disunified territories, capitulating this whole area. And this is going to just show how weak you can get a nation by getting them to move their troops to a whole different area. So what we're going to see is all troops from all front lines get withdrawn and sent over here to come trying to crash down on the Greek team, failing to though. But they are going to liberate one major city and push their front line back, trying to make a encirclement of their troops. Well, that's going to fail narrowly. But this team is going to make a push into the Balkan team again. They're going to push like this, and they're just going to solidify a front line, capitulating this, mainly just war goal territory. Even though war goal ain't really a thing. They're just going to take major cities. Their army's completely demobilized, so it's really easy for them. Not really a struggle. Crimean team's going to send aid still. Really being just aid and supply for these other teams. But other than that, they're just going to push into major cities. And we're going to see one last rebellion. This last rebellion up here is going to be a military rebellion. Most of their military is actually going to join this military rebellion and just push encircling their capital. And then they're going to make a naval landing due to the Greek supply of naval forces. And they're just going to slowly come in on this city and capture it. So the Balkan team is gone. And they kill off their government and royal family. So let's go ahead and see this peace treaty. Alright, this is going to be a new country formed in Kazakhstan. Sort of in that area, but it's going to be right here. And it's going to be situated around this lake. And that's going to be it for this country. Here we're going to see this whole area being discovered. That was like right over here in Tibet. But here we go, and it's going to be fully discovered, and we're not going to see much more happening out of that. This country is going to be created because of trade routes going from here all the way into Asia, connecting up all of the world, and they're going to be really wealthy because of this. And a major city is actually going to be created on their trade route, and they're going to be really prosperous because of this. So that is going to be it for the Persian country. So here we're going to see some exploration in Africa. So we're going to
Ah,
see it right over here. And I have Keegdog
yeah,
with me. He's going to
yeah,
be picking what we're doing. So we're going to see a
Correct.
lot of the Sahara being discovered, right?
Yeah, that's all the Sahara.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
that's
pushing
all of
over
it.
here.
Mozambique.
And then we're going to see expansion of this country, and the Ottomans are going to be
No,
crossing over, competing with the Greeks.
this is a
So here we're
pineapple.
going to see the expansion from the Yemen team, and then let's go ahead and map the. Hold up, I'm showing the province map. Hold
Oh
up, that's not
yeah.
supposed to be available yet. That's my bad. But here we're going to see the expansion of the Ottomans into this area.
Oh
I'm gonna go ahead and
yeah.
fix up the borders. Alright,
Okay, I'm
this is
sorry.
the expansion of the Ottomans that we have seen here. They're going to be competing with the Greeks over Africa. So,
I want freedom. Give me freedom. I have rights. Give me freedom. I am begging you. Guys, I know where he lives. Come free me. I beg of you. I'm trapped in it with Norwegian, and I think Norwegian is trying to do something. I think we need I no Norwegian. Stop. We know where Taiwan is.
I just recorded that. Alright, my
It's
bad.
white.
Um,
It's
but China is
white.
going to take over Taiwan,
Bro, you just
and they
bro.
just not discovered it, but they take over and
Navally.
claim it navally, and they're also going to take over this island over here. Now,
Yep.
Keegdog,
Because they're
please shut
skibbity.
up while I record. Please
Okay, I'm
stop
sorry.
with the brain rot.
Will you let me
And
out?
we're going to
Okay, I'm
see
sorry.
this Persian country right over here. Actually, never mind. They're going to be a different
Pakistan.
color.
It's
Persian
Pakistan.
Gulf country. We're not talking about
It's
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
No.
It's
Yeah, they're
it's
Pakistan. Oh my gosh, that
Pakistan.
is Pakistan. Alright, let me map this out real
Are
quick.
you okay? Yes, sir. I'll be silent now.
No, introduce the country.
So, a country connecting India and the Persian Gulf country is a new country called Pakistan. Their capital is going to be on the coast because they like the coast.
So here we're going to get Iceland discovered by my favorite country, the Ireland team. So Ireland's going to set up like maybe a little tiny, tiny little port on Iceland, and they're just gonna
Okay, it's the whole thing.
go here, take that, and just get out of Iceland because nobody likes
And
Iceland
then give
because of
them a native
Hunter.
country.
So this is the last country I'm going to be making in this episode, and this is going to be the Nigerian team. Now, I hope everybody has a good day, but this is going to be the last episode no, not last episode, but the last event of today. But what we're going to see here in the future is more countries being made, and here we got a goodbye from Keegdog.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful day because he does not want to have a good day, but I do.